Hi guys, it's Candace. Welcome back. Sorry I didn't have a video yesterday, but I was big time sick. Got some food poisoning. So anyway, enough with that. I'm gonna try to get through this video. I feel much better, but all right. So I'm going to create a pocket. I was actually doing another project and then thought this came to mind while I was doing. So I'm going to make something to use for my design. Oh, good gosh. Design team project. Bear with me. This is going to be a one. Design team project for Janeybjournals. So this is the journal that we're going to be working on. It is Janeybjournals, and it's Faded Roses Junk Journal. And I flipped through this before, but this is the papers that I'm going to be using from here. So let me just set this aside. So this one we're going to be using Janeybjournals Faded Roses kit, and then papers from her Mystery Bundle 2 and Mystery Bundle 7. I'm going to use one book page connected, which is, you know, this is what I mean by connected, where it's still together. If you don't have one, then get two pieces of paper and we'll hinge them together. So let's see. I didn't get far because, like I said, I had just started playing with folding this paper. So this is another one of my stamp off book pages. So let's see what we can do. All right. So it's gonna be, I guess you would call it a page insert, an actual page. A book page pocket or page insert. I'm not sure what the word would be, but it's actually going to be a page that goes inside of our journal. So, you know, this is what our journal page would look like. Oh, my stuff's falling down because I got two other projects stacked right here. All right. So, what I decided to do for my book page, which this book page, oh my gosh. All right. You know, this play hide and find the ruler, there it is, gets a little old. So it's 12 inches by 9. So you could actually use a 12 by 12 on this one and get something different. So we might have to do that on another one just to see. But anyway, but this is the standard book page, 12 by almost 9. So like 8 7/8 by 12. So what I did, because I still want, you know, because this is too large. If you fold it, you know, just use it this way. Because we want to see our book page, our coffee dye paper that's in there. So and then I still wanted to see some of my stamp off stuff. So I measured 3/4 of an inch with my ruler, and then I bent it over, folded it up. Like I said, if you have a little score thing, or one of these, little flower things, you know, that you can put on here. Well, you know, it comes with different sizes, but you could use that for just to kind of, you know, crease the ends of your ruler paper. And then I bent that over, and then I did the same on this side, measured 3/4 of an inch in, bent it over. And this was, I cut this, I'll show you why in a minute, but when you get there, you can decide if you need to cut it or not. And then I decided I wanted to fold 1 3/4 of an inch from the bottom to make my part of my pocket. See, if y'all hear some woofing, that's because the troll, Mia, is in the middle of the aisle over there. And somebody's wanting to pass, which is more than likely Molly. She does not like to go, because Mia lays here, and this is our wall where my TV is, down here on this basement wall. And then here's our door where you come in, and then this is my, like, used to be workspace, but now it's going to be craft if I can ever get it going. And you can come all the way around here. Well, Molly does not like to go all the way around here because she can come into this room where I am through this door, or from the main side, because this is a big wall right here. And then, you know, big wall back here. My husband's office, my office, and bathroom in between. So just case, you know, you want to break in, go for it. It's all cinder block. Better bring a chisel. Anyway. Okay. So, I folded that up 1 3/4 an inch. So, this is kind of what it's going to look like. And when I folded it up, my little pocket with the actual fold was kind of, it wasn't even, because you know how I am about even. So I just snipped it a little bit on this side of it, so I can fold this in just a little, so it's not quite so straight. But that way when I folded it, my edges would meet. So then I'm like, well, you know, we can't read all the back here. So I went through the Faded Roses journal, and I thought, oh, well, this would be pretty. It's, you know, you could still write. It would strengthen your paper up. So we're going to go ahead and tear this so it fits inside of our little folds that we did. So let me just, and I'm just guesstimating wherever the scrap, wherever, oh, I should say scrap, yay! Wherever you know, your fold is, because you don't want it on the very edge. We're still reinforcing the back, but we want it to be able to fold over. So I have that, and then I'm just going to go ahead, oh, well, I'm going to take this top off for one thing, because, you know, too much white showing. And if I'd have coffee dyed this, I mean, if I'd have printed this on coffee dye paper, it would have been a little darker, but I still think it's going to be fine because it's still tinted on the back. It's not quite white. Gone astray on that, but that's okay. It's all good. All right. So now let's put it on here so we can see where we're going to go. Oh, I hope I'm in frame. Yes, I am. Got to remember, can't cross that threshold there. All right. So then let's tear it down here, because like I said, we're wanting to kind of reinforce our book page, because, you know, they are a little flimsy. Plus, it reinforces the inside too. So when you go to glue it into, lace it into your journal, you'll have a little extra stuff. So let's just, oh gosh, hold on. I moved my glue into the sewing room. Give me a minute, because it's not just here. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. Had to go get my glue because I was gluing some stuff to my journal yesterday. Well, attempting to, and I had to give it up. And got some more stick glue. Alright, so now we're going to glue this to the back. You know, I'm still waste not, want notin' on this. So, I'm sure I'll be using it all up right now. Well, I'm hoping, so I can throw it in the trash. Oh, yep, you hear it? I am down to the black part. Even with squishing it with my fingers a little bit. Okay, I feel good. I used all that glue. Let me throw it in the trash. Alright, woohoo! One down. 198 to go. Alright. Well, you know, at back to school, they're like 50 cents a piece for the big size of the, you know, dries, clear, washable, safe, non-toxic. And it's great, you know, like I said, to use for a sticky base as long as you put stuff on top of it and let it dry overnight. It does tend to stick, but I just, you know, I feel much better in making my lifetime lasting memory book with some of this glue. And it's just, you know, adds time to my stuff, but that's just my thing. And like I said, if you use the Eileen's and stuff, you know, it's, you know, wetter and it curls, but it's good glue. You just need to, you know, let it set overnight with some books or something on it, so it helps flatten it out so it doesn't curl so bad. But if you don't mind the curl, then just leave it like it is. Because, I mean, it is pretty inside when you close the book. You know, it flattens it down, but, oh, you know, I got those little issues. You know, this might not be the craft for me, but anyway. Oh, well, you know, I'm wondering if I want to make the top flat and leave, because all my other stuff is gonna be, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put the flat up top. I know that's not what I originally planned, but oh, that's what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, so I hope y'all had a good day yesterday. I hope nobody's managed to catch whatever the heck I had for a day and a half. But oh, it kicked my butt. I want you to know, kicked me, kicked me, kicked me, kicked me, kicked me. And I am not a get sick type person, but yeah, well. We went to a friend's house. I drank their water instead of filter water. I'm sorry. I'm not blaming it on you. I'm sure it's the air I breathed. But anyway. But yeah, it definitely came a knocking and left its mark. Oh, alright. So we have this down there. And just, you know, smush a little more. And then I'm going to turn it over. And I'm going to, you know, do this side. I'm not going to push so hard because it is the book paper and I don't want to tear it. What's the point? Okay, now since this is going to be my pocket, I want to go ahead and reinforce this, not with this paper because there's going to be a couple other layers, but with some more book page scrap that I have. Well, let's find a piece of paper that's as long as our other book page. See? Well, that's not even a C. That's, oh, hold on. Let me go back underneath my table. Hey, Mia. You made it over here. Yeah, meanie. Mia the meanie. Okay, so let me just, I've got some here. Let me tear enough to, so it looks like the length of this little, my ruler will work. So let's just tear a piece of that, and we'll tear another one for the other side. Okay, let me put that back down there. Oh, and then we want it to go ahead and give a little extra in there, so when we put this in, because we don't want the bulk on this side. So we don't want to glue it over here, so we're going to glue it on this side. And then we'll probably cut our other paper off, because I just want it to... Oh my gosh. And you know, after being yucky for a whole day and a half, your nerves just can't take those dogs and their little stuff. So somebody might find themselves on the PORCH in the heat. And I'm not even going to feel bad about it today. Alright, so we want to put that up to the top, because we're, you know, like I said, reinforcing this book page. So this pocket has a little more oomph to it. And then this one, I'm going to go ahead and, well, we're not going to use that. Doesn't matter, we're not going to see it. But we're going to go and let's rip it off right there. Oh, we'll put that in the scrap. It's pretty. And then let's stick them on here. And put that on. And then we will... Like I think, because you know, like I said, this little thing just came to mind when I was folding and doing something for something else that I was going to do, but you know, that's coming. But I was like, oh, I better do this before I forget, because I was starting to have to write too many steps down. So let's just make it first. Alright, so we've got that reinforced on that page. Let me kind of squish this out a little better. Okay, so we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna put this one and that one. But do I want this glued down first? Yes. Okay, so we're gonna, hopefully you're not gonna be like, oh man, shouldn't have done that. Let's go ahead and glue our sides down, or in. We're gonna glue them in and glue them down. So let's just glue them down. Excuse me, y'all. If I gotta say something one more time, Mia, I'm gonna tear your butt up and they're gonna hear me with the fly swatter. Are you lay down? Let me tell you. Sorry, guys. She is getting just ornery. Alright, so let me just trim this off because, you know. Excuse me. Hell, let me pause. Okay. Had to get my ruler, spank her little booty, send her on her way. Oh. Alright, let me just trim this off so it can be just more even. And then let me get over here and we're going to glue these sides down. I mean, it's like having a 2-year-old that has found out that they're going to be a brother or a sister, and everybody's putting their little attention to the newbie. I mean, she just, I don't know what her deal is. But she gets in these moods, and she likes to stir the pot and then let somebody else get in trouble and take the fall for it. She definitely knows how to play that game. Okay, so that's going to be, you know, because like I said, I wanted to see some of this on this side. Let me trim this off a little bit up top so it's even. And let me just make sure. Oops, yeah, I thought this was just a little. But it could very well be my book page. You know, they're not known for being truly even. Alright. Well, at least that's even. Okay. So let me go ahead and ink around here, because it is easier to ink it before you start attaching pages to it. Now, if you're okay with this short pocket, but my fear was, oh, I lost my fold, that it might be too short of a pocket, so I wanted to build it up and put another pocket in there. And that's where if you used your 12 by 12 paper, you could actually pull this up a little further. You know, use some 12 by 12 that you don't care about and use it as a stamp off. Use the back side, you know, as your stamp off, and then leave the other side with the design paper, design on it. And then when you flip it over, you'll have some other paper. You know, the design on the back and then your stamp off on there and the design on the inside. So let's fold this over because this is what it originally was. That's going to go inside our journal. So like I said, if you're okay with, ooh, don't use that. Got some stuff on there. As this just being your thing, then that's good. But I want to go ahead and add a couple more layers in there, and I could tell we're going to have to, might need to put some washi on there just because, you know, where it's originally sewn in on here, that's kind of showing. And yeah, no. Let me see if I can put a band-aid on this side. Let's just tear this little piece of paper and put a band-aid back there, just so I don't have all these problems that I'm seeing. But make sure you glue it all the way to the edges, because, you know, you don't want it sticking to any of your stuff catching on it. But let's just go ahead and and put a band-aid on that part. All right, now it won't poke up and bother me. Okay. So I went and got, this is one of the Faded Roses papers. So I'm going to use this, and then I wanted to use this, which is from Janeybjournals Mystery Pack 2. So we're going to tear off. Let me put this over here for a minute. Let me put it on with my blocks for a minute while we're tearing. And if you want a straight cut, then fine. Just cut it on your big cutter, but my big cutter's over on the other side. And, okay. I'm just going to be lazy about it, apparently. So we're going to have that. And then I know my thing, well, let's go ahead and tear this one off too. Who do I want? Do I want more of this showing or more? I think I want more of this showing. So I'm going to leave my bottom because, we're not going to see that. And then our first page is torn up to 1 3/4. My next one I'm going to do at 2 1/4. So let's go ahead and we'll do this at 3. Oh, yeah, because it's not as tall as normal. So we're going to tear this at 3. I'm not supposed to be thinking so hard. And then I want this side, but we need to go ahead and cut our whites off. Tear our whites off. And then, so once again, 3. My other one's 1 3/4, so let's do it at 2 3/8. And if we don't like it, we can always trim it. So always cut it longer or taller, so you can always go back in case you got an oops. All right, so 2 3/8. We are on there. We are on 2 3/8. And let's tear that. And then since it goes this way, because there's writing on here, let's make sure we tear off this side. So we have both sides that we're working with. All right. And then let's get our thing back. So now I just got to decide. So I'm going to put this like that. And then, oops, well, I tore the wrong side off, but imagine that. And that like that. But I'm kind of thinking, I don't like that. I think it's all this brown. I need some more brown. All right. So we have that. Let me ink. Maybe, oh, my stuff's just steadily soaking. Let me ink. Maybe the ink will help me. There's always hope. Hope for ink. Hope for ink. All right. Okay, that does look a little better, but I still need something darker on there. And I'm wondering, would this work? I mean, this would be in the middle, and it's going to be folded because it's needing, I'm kind of talking myself into that. Or do I need the green here and the pink in the back? See, it's supposed to be a quick project, but nope, 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 nope. No, I think I need, okay, we're going to go with this, but I do like that one. So this one was 2 3/8. So I'm just going to poke up like that. Okay. And then I want this one. We're gonna, whatever this ends up being. I don't know. But that's where I want my pocket to be, because all this is going to be in the bottom, so it's, oops, it's go on the 0. So it looks like just a little over 3, 3 1/8. So we're going to tear it at 3 1/8. And this is from Janeybjournal Mystery 7 also, so I lucked out on that. But I do believe I had used it before. And alright, so now my problem with this is I'm going to have to tear a little, leave a little white on this side and a little white on the other side, but we're going to ink it, so, you know, don't fret. That's what that ink's for. The great cover-upper. The great oops cover-uppers. Alright, I'm going to put this down here. Yeah, I'm liking that better than what I had before. And I think I want just a little bit of that to show. So, that's going to do good. So let me ink this before I... And I'm not going to, if you want, depending on your paper, this is 32-pound premium copy, so I'm not going to back it because it's a decent thickness. But if you want to, if you have thinner paper and you want to back it, then, you know, just use some more book page and put it on the back. Okay, so we're going to have that there with a little bit showing on the edge because I'm probably going to sew around here. And then I want to go ahead and do this one the same size to tear it. So I have the same space on the side. Alright. Alright. I just didn't do very straight. I got glue stuck to me. Alright, now let's put this in here. And I'm thinking I'm going to put some thumb holes, but I wanted to get these straight first to make sure what size I want. And I'm not going to glue them all the way down to the bottom so there's not so much bulk down there. Okay, so I'm liking that. So we're going to fold this in half, fold that in half, and we're going to fold that in half. So I want to, this is my top on here. And this is my top on this one because I want them all to line up, so I'm just going to stack them on top of each other, and then we're going to punch them at one time so our holes line up. And okay, that's too skinny for me. I prefer these. Alright, so let's just kind of go over to, you know, the side because you kind of want it in the middle. You got to think about, like I said, I'm using my wrong hand, that when you fold it over, that this little bit of your side is going to be covered. So, alright, and let's do the same over here. Let's line these up. And let me do it with my right hand, which I have a hard time, you know, doing this, but it's good exercise for my hands. So, and we're going to go on the same, kind of go over a little bit. Doesn't matter. You know, I don't know if anybody else has that problem, but I always, if I do more than 2 pages, I usually have to whack it a little bit. But, oops. Alright, let's ink around here. And then our top, and then we'll glue them in, and we will have, how long that take? Oh, see, took 30 minutes. That's because I was fussing with my dogs. Alright, so let's glue our pockets down now, our sides. Like I said, you know, we're going to come in here and sew them, so. And then we want to make sure that we don't put it on the very, very bottom, so we don't have so much bulk on there. And that we have a little bit giving on the side so we can see our, you know, if it confuses you and you can't tell where your bottom is, just bend it over and ink it real quick so you can see your line. All right. So, oops, I'm just going all over the place. All right, we got our back pockets in. Oh, you know, I am going to sew on here, so I'm not going to glue that one in, but I might, let me just tack it a little bit, because that's just going to be, I'm just going to put a little bit on there, not a lot, so it kind of helps hold it, just because, you know, if you're going to sew, you don't want to have so much glue, because we're going to have a bunch of layers of paper and all that good stuff. But if you're not going to sew, then go ahead and, you know, glue all around your sides. So let's get this side. And then I'll put a little down the bottom. Not a lot, just a little, even on the sides. Because like I said, you don't really need a lot with glitter art glue. And sometimes, you know, your sewing machine doesn't appreciate it because, you know, it's a decent thickness of glue, but it's the same thing as your other stuff. Right now I'm muddling about on that. Okay, so we got that. Sorry, got like glue yucks everywhere. And then now we're going to glue our sides up. And so there you go. And I'm not going to decorate it yet because, you know, I'm putting it in that magical mystery journal. We just got to make sure we fold right there, so when we fold this over. But where's my page? Oh my gosh, y'all. You know, it's just an arm's length away. I don't know how you can lose so much stuff all the time, but we'll use this one since I lost my other. So this is going to be, you know, these are a bunch of our journal pages, and then we're going to put this inside as a journal page itself. So when we sew it in, you know, sew this the seam in, then we'll have this, and we'll have 1, 2, 3 tuck spots on this side, and then on the opposite side of the page we're going to have the same dowel, 3 pockets on this side. So that is, got to find my good paper. So that is how to make a book page pocket, I guess, because it's an actual book page. It's going in your book page. A journal page insert with 6 pockets. So that, guess that's what I decided to call it. A journal page insert with 6 pockets. All right, and then, like I said, we will come and decorate this after I get my journal together, so we know what goes in there. But yeah, it will be a little curly. I got to put it underneath my books. So, but there you go. Just so you can see a little close up. This is our book page that we use, our stamp off book page that we folded, and voila, made a 6-page pocket, a journal page insert with 6 pockets. Okay, guys, let me get this closed, and go get some dehydration, and then I will come back and we will get to another video. So thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing my time. Sorry about Mia being bad. And so I didn't hurt her. She's full of fur. One little plastic, she don't feel that. She just knows I'm coming at her with something. I mean, that in a yellow plastic fly swatter. I get it off the wall. They're like, oh my God, run. She has a beaten stick. They've been hit with a fly swatter gently like this. maybe 3 times in their lives, but boy, you get that fly swatter off the wall, they like, phew. Okay, guys, so enough rattling. I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing your day with me. And y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see you later. Bye.